So next chapter we have is chapter number 7, Organization and Strategic Leadership. Now let us understand what exactly we are going to study in this chapter. Like all previous chapters, here also I'll give you an overview of what we are going to study. So this chapter mein we are going to study about small concepts only, nothing much. Like first we are going to study about types of organization structures. Types of organization structure. So here we are going to discuss about 8 types of organization structures. Like first one we have is simple organization structure. Simple organization structure. Then second one we have is functional organization structure. Functional organization structure. Then we have divisional organizational structure. Divisional organization structure. Then we have M divisional organization structure. Means multi-divisional organization structure. Clear? Next. Then we have strategic business unit. SBU. Then we have matrix organization structure. Matrix organization structure. Then we have network organization structure. And finally, last one we have is hourglass organization structure. Hourglass structure. These are the different types of organization structures what we are going to learn in this chapter. Next. After that, we are also going to learn about some miscellaneous concepts. Now, what are these miscellaneous concepts? Let us see. These miscellaneous concepts may we are going to study about corporate culture. We are going to discuss about leadership roles. Then leadership responsibilities. Then we are going to study about leadership styles. Leadership styles. Then we are going to study about intrapreneur and entrepreneur. And we are also going to discuss about value chain analysis. Clear? So these are the concepts what we are going to discuss. First we are going to discuss about types of organization structure. Then we will discuss miscellaneous concepts. Now before going further into the syllabus, first let us understand these organization structures में what we are going to study. First we have is simple structure. Clear? Simple organization structure. Sir, simple organization structure is suitable for whom, sir? Small businesses. Like I'm having a very small business. Here I'm having a very small business, sir. Products are also limited. Products are limited. Like let us say a Kirana store. I'm having a very small business. Products are also limited. Market is also limited. Here market is also limited, sir. Products are, I am having very limited types of products. I'm having very limited market reach. Plus my business is very small. Especially you can say a sole proprietor. A sole proprietor is an example of what? Is an example of a business having which structure? Simple organization structure. Here what will happen? So here in a simple organization structure, owner takes all decisions. Sir, whether it's a major decision or whether it's a minor decision, big decision, small decision, every decision in a simple structure, who will take? A sole proprietor or the owner of a business will take. Now what happens? Okay, so slowly, my products are gaining popularity. Clear? My products are gaining popularity. Clear? Slowly, products start to gain popularity. Clear? Product starts to gain popularity. Then what will I do? I will expand my business. And when I now expand my business, I will start with structure, sir. Functional structure. Functional structure. Clear? Now I will move from simple organization structure towards a functional organization structure. In functional organization structure, what happens? I will create functions. I will create functions. I will create business functions. Now, example, sir. Let us say this is the owner. Clear? Let us say this is the owner of a business. And now what will owner do? Owner will appoint. Clear? Owner will appoint one person. Owner will appoint one person for marketing. Marketing के one employee I will appoint. Then for sales, one employee I will appoint. And for human resources, one employee I will appoint. So what am I doing, sir? Am I doing all the activities or am I dividing the activities? I'm giving some responsibility to someone else. But here also remember, all the decisions, even in a functional structure also, who will take, sir? All the detailed decisions, even in a functional structure, who will take? Owner will only take. Marketing, clear? Marketing people, sales people, HR people, they have very limited responsibility and scope. And now see here, owner comes under which level of management? Top level management. These employees come under what? Lower level management. So in functional structure, there are only two levels of management. I repeat, functional structure में there are only two levels of management. What are those? That is top level management and lower level management. Here there is only one level of management. Owner is only there. When I expand my business, sir, my products are gaining popularity. Lots of people want to buy my products. Slowly, sales are increasing. Then I will appoint some people to take care of some activities of my business. Because of this, what happens? Two levels of management get created. Owner who comes under top level management, and all the other employees comes under lower level management. Then, sir, then my business further expands. My business further expands. Now I want to diversify. Business wants to diversify. Business wants to diversify. Clear? Business wants to diversify. Now in this diversification, what will I do? Clear? In this diversification, clear? In this diversification, I will create branches. Let us say, for example, I create branches. This is, I will create what's a divisional structure. Divisional structure. Divisional structure. अब sir divisional structure में what will I do? First owner will be there. In divisional structure, first owner will be there. And here also what happens? Owner will take here owner will take what, sir? Major decisions. Major decisions. Clear? In divisional structure, who will take major decisions, sir? Owner. And small decisions, who will take? Small or minor decisions, employees will take. Or you can say divisional managers will take. Here what will I do? I will create division. Like let us say, for example, South India one division, North India one division, East India one division, West India one division. Now what happens? Inside every division, I will have functions. Inside every division, I create functions. Like let us say here, I will have accounts. Clear? I will have accounts team. I will have marketing team. I will have sales team, purchase team in South India. In the same way, first again here also, I'm having in North India also, I'm having an accounts team, marketing team, sales team, purchase team. Again for East India, I'm having the same thing, accounts, marketing, sales and purchase. Again for West India, what am I doing? I'm having the same thing. So what am I doing here? First I'm creating a division. Division can be created on many bases. So division can be created on the basis of customers also. Division can be created on the basis of multiple factors. But I have taken an example of what? Geographic. I have taken divisional structure from which point of view, sir? From geographical point of view. Like one South India, North India, East India, West India. No. So now my business, now what happens? Since all the decisions are taken by top level management, that is the owner. Because of which what is happening? Because of which decisions are getting delayed. And when decision starts getting delayed, now what happens? I need to change the structure. In divisional structure, what happens? Decisions are getting delayed. Clear? Decisions are getting delayed. And when decisions get delayed, I will form what? I will form multi-divisional structure. Multi-divisional structure. Clear? Multi-divisional structure. No. अब सर ये मल्टी डिविजनल स्ट्रक्चर में व्हाट विल आई डू? In multi-divisional structure, here in multi-divisional structure, what will I do? I will create separate business, separate company only. Like let us say for example Reliance. For apparels it is having one business. For footwear it is having one business. For chocolates it is having one business. Like that what happens? Multiple businesses I will keep creating. But what happens? Now tell me, if I keep creating businesses, if I keep creating companies, what is going to happen? Over a period of time, there will be so many companies, that it becomes difficult to manage. Sir, I kept expanding my business, sir. Sir, from simple structure, I shifted to functional structure when I expanded my business. Again shifted to divisional structure when I further expanded my business. Again shifted to multi-divisional structure when I further expanded my business. Sir, I kept expanding my business. Because of which what happens? I'm having so many businesses that I'm finding it very difficult. To manage. That is why now what happens? Now in such case what will I do? I will create strategic business unit. I will create what, sir? Strategic business unit. In strategic business unit what will I do? In strategic business unit all similar businesses I will group together. Here all similar businesses are grouped together. All similar businesses, like let us say I'm having 100 businesses. I feel that, let us say for example, some businesses, 2-3 businesses are related to each other. Group them and create what? And create one business. So when I'm grouping multiple businesses and putting them together, then it is called what? Then it is called as strategic business unit. Clear? Then it is called as strategic business unit. In addition to that, these are called what, sir? Different types of units. So first, simple organization structure, then functional organization structure, then I will create multi-divisional structure, then I will create divisional, then multi-divisional, then strategic business unit. After that we have these structures, that is matrix organization structure, network organization structure, hourglass organization structure. These are different from what you have studied till now. Here, first 5 are related to each other. These 3 points are not related to above. That is why I'm not going to explain that right now. So please go through once. Clear? Please go through once this concept. Once your everything is okay, then we will continue with first concept. Just take 2 minutes and then go through everything chart. अच्छा ठीक है सर. हाँ, क्योंकि मेरा तो फाइनली ये समझो जाने का सर, क्योंकि मैं बोला ना बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो रहा हूँ वहाँ पर. हाँ तो आप वही, आप, हाँ आप 30 को रात में जाना है ना आपको. 30 को वैसे भी मैं तो 30 मतलब वही ना, सैटरडे रात में चले जाओ आप. हाँ 30th सैटरडे सर, इसलिए मैं आपको बोल रहा था सैटरडे रात में चले जाओ 2 दिन क्लास लेके, या संडे सुबह में चले जाओ बोल के फर्स्ट को। हाँ ठीक। अच्छा क्या होता बोल के। Clear? So advantage number one encourages efficiency. This why I already told you. Number two, sir, advantage number two, quick decision making. Quick decision making. Clear? Quick decision making. Acha, as a source, tell me, sole proprietor is an example of what? Functional organization structure. According to you, you might have studied in BCK, right? Sole proprietor will ask someone and then take a decisions, or sole proprietor will take a decisions on his own. Obviously, sole proprietor will take a decision on his or her own. That person need not ask to anyone, right? So that is why decision making will be fast. I need not ask anyone before making a decision. And then we have better control over business. Better control over business. Clear? Better control over business. Clear? It's a very small business with a limited products, limited market reach, so it becomes easy to manage. And then we have better coordination. Better coordination. Clear? Better coordination. Sir, what do we mean by better coordination? Let us say, for example, if three levels of management are there. Imagine that there are three levels of management. In that case, what happens? Lower level management will talk to middle level will then talk to top level will then reply to middle level will then reply to lower level. In that case, what happens? That coordination, that effectiveness of communication will not be there. But in this type of organization structure, sir, lower level management is directly talking to top level management. There is no middle level management here. There is no business level. There is only lower level and top level. Because of it, what happens? I will directly talk to the top level. Top level will directly talk to me. Because of which, what happens? Our communication, our coordination will increase. It will be better. Next. Then we have experts manage jobs, sir. Experts manage jobs. Sir, accounting I will give to a person who is an expert in accounting. Sales department I will give it to a person who is good in sales. Marketing I will give to a person who is good in marketing. Clear? And then purchases department I will ask that person to handle who is good in purchases. Experts will handle. When experts handle the job, what is going to happen? Number one, better supervision of work. Better supervision of work. Better supervision of work. And then what happens? Specialization of labor. Specialization, or you can say expert. Specialization of labor. I will hire only those people who are having a specialized knowledge of something. That is nothing but experts managing the jobs. Clear? Then, then we have disadvantages. Disadvantage number one, sir, minimum career development. Minimum career development. Sir, getting clear? Like let us say, not what will normally people think, sir, first we will join in lower level management, we will go to middle level management, then we will go to top level management. All the things are not there here. You can't clear. There is only lower level management, middle level management. Your salary increment may happen, your promotion may happen, but you will never get promoted to top level management. Why? Who is there in the top level management? Owner of a business. Why will the owner remove a person from lower level management and make that person the owner of a company, owner of a business? Then we have low employee morale. Low employee morale means confidence of employees will be very less. Why, sir? Because they know that career development is very less here. Chances of developing my career is very less. That is why employee motivation will be very less. And then staff conflicts. Staff conflicts. Sir, clear? Sir, whether you are a chartered accountant, whether you are an MBA, whether you are a CMA, whether you are a CS, every employee of a business, every employee of a sole proprietor or a working for simple organization, structural organization will be there where, sir, will be working in lower level management only. Because of that, that ego clashes may happen. Because of that, that ego clashes may happen. And then we have problems in communication. Clear? Problems in communication. What is this problem in communication, sir? See, if I want to discuss anything, I will discuss directly with top level management, right? There is no middle level management. I have to directly talk to top level management. Because of this, what is going to happen? Because of this, clear? Because of this, problem here is every time I need to talk to top level management, the owner may not be available, right? Owner has lots of work to do. That person may not be available in the office to talk. Then even though coordination is better because I'm directly talking to top level management, but every time I want to talk to top level management, owner should be available, right? Because of this, what happens? Communication gaps happen. And then accountability remains with whom? With owner. Means even though the employees are doing any mistake, even though the employees are doing any problem in the company, it is whose responsibility, sir? That is owner's responsibility. So these are the advantages, disadvantages, and meaning of what, sir? Meaning of functional level structure. I hope you understood this one. No. Then we have next one, that is then we have next one, that is multi-divisional structure. Multi-divisional structure. In this multi-divisional structure, what is going to happen? Multi-divisional structure means every division is represented as a separate business. Every division is represented as separate business. Separate business. Clear? I repeat, every division is represented as what's a separate business. Every division will be considered as separate business. For every business, I will open one new company. Examples are Tata is there, Reliance Industries Limited, these Adani are there. These big companies follow what's a multi-divisional structure. Now let us see what are the advantages and disadvantages of this structure. Advantages and disadvantages of this structure. Here, advantages and disadvantages of this structure. Advantage number one, promotes accountability. Clear? Promotes accountability. Clear? Promotes what, sir? Accountability at all levels of management. I repeat, it promotes accountability at all levels of management. Means every level of management, every employee को some responsibility, accountability, some power is given. In that case, what happens? Owner will not be responsible for what you do. You are responsible for what you do. Simple. Owner is also responsible. I'm not saying not, but who is responsible for what you do? You are only responsible. So you will be very careful on doing the work, because you know that if you do any mistake, you will be caught. Sir, quick decision making. Then we have quick decision making. Sorry, high career development. High career development. High career development. Here, what do we mean by high career development? Sir, from lower level management, I can get into middle level management. From middle level management, I can go into top level management. Maybe in future, I may become a managing director. Clear? Or I may be the part of board of directors. Anything. Then better control. Better control. Sir, for every business, separate management will be there. Separate management is there for Reliance Trends. Separate management is there for Reliance Footwear. Separate management is there for Reliance Petroleum. Because of which, what happens? It will be easy for me to control my business. Why? Because I'm having lots of businesses, right? Then easy to add easy to add easy to add new businesses. Clear? So for every business, create a new company, right? What is there? Keep adding, keep adding, keep adding, but ensure that when you add the number of businesses, when the number of businesses increases, ensure that the maximum business what you can manage, till that time only you expand. Why? If you keep expanding, 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 if the business goes out of your control, then what is going to happen? Again, you have to go for downsizing. That is strategic business unit you have to follow. Next, better competitive environment. Better competitive environment. Just a minute, I'm getting a call from management. 1 minute. Hello. हाँ सर बोलो. कौन? So we were in advantages. I hope my voice is clear now. Screen visible. Okay. And our syllabus will be completed by most probably by Sunday, and then Monday and Tuesday 2 days. I hope you know that we will get case study based MCQs in EIS and SM. I hope you know this. We have case study based MCQs also. We have normal MCQs also. Normal MCQs in class only we are discussing. Normal MCQs will come for 10 marks, and case study based MCQs will come for 20 marks. 10 marks in EIS and 10 marks in SM. I hope you know this. So what we can do is by Sunday most probably our syllabus will be over. So Monday we will Monday what we will do is 2 hours, 2.5 hours we will discuss how to answer the case study based questions of EIS, and next, that is Tuesday, again 2.5 hour session we will have to discuss how to answer the techniques for discussing SM ka case study based MCQs. Case studies of SM we have already studied. Case studies are not there in EIS. Clear? Case studies are not there in EIS. Case studies are there in SM, which we have already discussing at the end of every chapter. Again, in both the syllabuses, we have normal MCQs also, case study based MCQs also. Normal MCQs along with the concept only we are discussing. But case study based MCQs, Monday and Tuesday 2 days we will discuss. And we will also discuss like how questions can be asked you, like question paper patterns. We will discuss some techniques to answer the questions. These 2 days we will keep to ensure that it will give you little confidence in exams. So here advantages may advantage number one we discussed promotes accountability. Number two, career development. Number three, better control. Number four, easy to add new business. Number five, what is the another advantage we will get? Better competitive environment. Better competitive environment. Here, better competitive environment. These are the advantages. Just like advantages, we also have disadvantages, sir. Number one, duplication of stuff. Duplication of stuff. Sir, what do we mean by duplication of stuff? See, if I'm having 100 companies, every company ke liye one accountant will be there, 100 accountants will be there, 100 sales managers will be there, 100 purchase managers will be there. That is called what? Duplication of stuff. And it is a costly approach. I'm having multiple staff. Let us see, if I'm having 100 businesses, 100 accountants I will have. That is why it is a costly approach. And then requires here, and then it requires separate office. It requires separate office at each location. Here it requires separate office at each location. Every business ka office should be different. All businesses I cannot dump into one place, right? Then we have here. Then we have number four, requires experts. Requires experts at each location. Each location, which can again be costly. It requires experts at each location, which can again be costly. And then number five, problem number five, inconsistent approach. Inconsistent approach to deal with customers. Deal with customers. Sir, when so many employees are there, so many types of levels of management are there, so many people are working in the organization, it becomes difficult to handle the customer complaints and reviews. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of which structure, sir? M divisional structure. So as of now, we have discussed three organization structures. One is simple organization structure, second one is functional organization structure, and third one is multi-divisional organization structure. Balanced organization structures we will discuss in tomorrow's session, and MCQs also we will solve in tomorrow's class. Anyone has any doubts in this session? Yeah. So we have strategic business unit now, SBU. As I already discussed in the introduction class, SBU means what? Grouping of similar divisions. Grouping of similar divisions is called what? Is called as strategic business unit. Or I can also write something like this. Clubbing of divisions. Clubbing of divisions of what? Of similar nature. Clear? So when I am grouping similar businesses together, then it is called what, sir? Then it is called as strategic business unit. Now, now let us see the features of clear. Now let us see the features of strategic business unit. So now my question is, in strategic business unit, I will try to expand my number of business or contract the business. In strategic business units, when I'm combining multiple similar businesses together, what is going to happen? Expansion is going to happen or contraction? Contraction is going to happen. Sir, what is feature number one? No, feature number one, SBU is a collection of clear. SBU is a collection of businesses related to each other. Related to each other. Obviously, sir. Unrelated businesses I will not combine. Only the related businesses I will combine. And next, each SBU, each SBU has its own set of competitors. Own set of competitors. Like let us say for examples, I have three SBUs. SBU number one is electronics. SBU number two is let us see automobiles, and number three is FMCG. So every SBU ka competitors are different, right? Next, each SBU has its own CEO. Each SBU has its own CEO who is responsible for profits, or you can say manager who is responsible for what? For profits. Simple. Every SBU ko I will appoint a separate manager or a separate CEO, whatever name you want to call it, and that person whom I appoint will be responsible for the profits of that particular SBU. Next. But why am I grouping, sir? Grouping is done, clear, grouping is done to make planning easier. To make planning easier. Clear? I repeat, grouping is done in order to make planning easier. Like if I have lots of businesses, what happens? Planning will take lot of time and it becomes very difficult to prepare plans. That is why what do I do? Similar businesses go, I will club together, and when similar businesses are clubbed together, number of businesses what I have reduces, planning process will become easier. Next, it is an improvement. It is an improvement over M divisional structure. M divisional structure. Obviously, sir, in M divisional structure, what is happening? I keep creating the number of businesses continuously. I'll keep adding the businesses. There, what happens? It becomes difficult to manage. In SBO, what will I do? Now, out of so many businesses, what I have, I will start clubbing the businesses which are related to each other. So that because it makes it easy for me to manage my business. Next, one more thing. Each business of each SBU. Business of each SBU is different from the other SBU. Different from the other SBU. Clear? I repeat, business of each SBU is different from other SBU. Obviously, sir. Let us say, for example, strategic business unit number one is FMCG. Strategic business unit SBU 2, that is my second strategic business unit, may all electronics will come. Strategic business unit 3 में logistics will come. Here I'm having multiple business assets, all similar businesses, all businesses similar to FMCG. I will group them in one unit. All businesses related to electronics, I will keep in SBU2. All businesses related to logistics, I will keep in business 3. So every business may CEO and management will be different. Plus every SBU may business will be different. Competitors will also be different. And moreover, separate plan. Separate plan is prepared for each SBU. Each SBU. So for every SBU, I will have a different plan. Obviously, sir, the plan what I prepare for FMCG SBU will not be applicable for electronics and logistics business, right? Clear? So point number one, collection of related businesses when I club together, then it is SBU. Every SBU ka competitor is different, planning is different, clear? And business is also different. This is nothing but a simple concept of SBU. Now let us see what are the advantages and disadvantages of SBU approach. Advantages of SBU structure. Advantage number one, promotes accountability. Accountability means responsibility. Obviously, sir, FMCG का management is responsible for FMCG का profits. Electronics SBU का management is responsible for profits of SBU2, and logistics department, logistics SBU का management is responsible for profits in logistics. So it is promoting accountability or responsibility. Why? As CEO or manager is responsible for what? For profits. Here is responsible for profits. Then number two, career development is very high. Career development is very high. Since I'm having lots of businesses, for you career development in my company will be high. If not one company, you like a second company you can join. Second company may you feel opportunity is not good. Third SBU may you join. What is there in that? Next, helps in helps in related and unrelated diversification. I will easily come to know once I group all the similar businesses together. I will come to know which businesses are related to each other, which businesses are not related to each other. That will help me in identifying how many related diversifications I have and how unrelated diversification what I have. Next, better control over business. Better control over business. Clear? Better control over business. Obviously, sir, since I'm dividing here, since I'm separating my related and unrelated businesses differently, because of which what happens, control over business will be easy. Now, sir, it has advantages also, disadvantages also. Let us see disadvantages. Disadvantages may we have, it's an expensive approach. Expensive approach. Sir, every SBU ka CEO will be different, management will be different, expenses will increase. Clear? And plus, it has inconsistent approach to deal with customers. Deal with customers means when so many businesses I'm having, it becomes difficult to manage the customers. This point we have already discussed here also, right? The other day we have already discussed. So this is a concept of strategic business unit. Now after strategic business unit, we have three more organization structures pending. We have matrix organization structure. We have network organization structure, and we also have here hourglass organization structure. Let us see matrix organization structure. I'll write the heading here. Matrix organization structure. Let me draw one small chart. Here, let me draw one small chart. Let us say, for example, here we have executive. Under executive we have here, under executive we have three managers: functional manager, and here we have staff. Under that we have staff: staff 1, staff 2, staff 3, and same thing we have, like this we have. So till now what we have studied, sir, we have seen functional simple organization structure, functional organization structure, divisional, multi-divisional. Here what happens to, here there will always be here in other organization structures. Here in other organization structures, what happens? Authority flows from top to bottom. Top to bottom means there will be vertical communication. There will be vertical communication. Communication only. There is only vertical communication from top to bottom, like this. Here, top to bottom. This is called what? Vertical approach. But in case of, but when we talk about in matrix organization structure, in matrix organization structure, there will be there will be horizontal communication also and vertical communication both. Vertical communication, there will be horizontal and vertical communication. There will be both horizontal and vertical communication. No. So I will not only communicate like this, I will also communicate like this. So vertical communication is also there, horizontal communication is also there. So in all the other organization structures, there will only be vertical communication, means within the department. But in between the departments, if I want to have communication, then that is not possible in other organization structure. That is possible only in what, sir? In matrix organization structure. Especially, sir, let us say this is mostly applicable to IT industries. Here IT industry, where multiple people will be involved in multiple projects wherein they have to communicate with each other. So, so the employees of one project will communicate with the employees of other department. One department employee talking to another department employee is nothing but an example of what? Horizontal communication. Employees talking within the department. Within the department, if communication happens, it is called as vertical. Between the departments, if communication happens, it is called what? Horizontal. Now let us see what are the advantages and disadvantages. Now, let us see what are the advantages. Advantages, as I already told you, useful for which sectors, sir? Useful for IT companies, IT companies, healthcare industries. In simple words, I can say it is service sector. Here, mostly it is applicable to which sector? Service sector. Advantage number two, managing projects becomes easy. Clear? Managing projects becomes easy. Why, sir? See here. Same project में three teams are there. Team 1 will take care of 30% of the project. Team 2 will take care of 30% of the project. Balance 40% Team 3 will take care of. So one project is only divided into multiple parts and it becomes easy to manage a project. Here useful. Here this type of organization structure is useful only when environment is dynamic. Dynamic means it keeps changing very fast. Next, it removes barrier to communication. Removes barrier to communication. Sir, what do we mean by barriers to communication? See, in all other organization structure, I'm able to communicate only within my department. But in this organization structure, I'm not only able to communicate within the department, I'm also able to communicate between the departments. So what happens? This communication problem will not happen. These are some advantages. Let's see disadvantages. Disadvantages में number one, it's complex structure. Complex structure. Sir, complex structure means difficult to manage. Why? Because sir, horizontal communication is also there, vertical communication is also there. I'm not only having clear, I'm not only talking to people within the department, I'm also talking to people outside the department. It becomes difficult to manage. Then we have dual lines of authority. Dual lines of authority means I am not only responsible for my team leader, I'm also responsible for other team leaders also. Dual authority. Next, conflicts arise for allocation of resources. Clear? Allocation of resources, like how many teams I have? Three teams. How many employees should be there in one team? How many employees should be there in second team? How much money should be given to third team? How much money should be given to first team? Dividing the resources becomes very difficult. Why? If I give more resources to one team, less resources to other team, it becomes what? A conflict of interest. And it is high cost approach. High cost approach. Here, because I need more employees, because I have to create more teams. So these are some advantages and disadvantages of which structure? Of matrix organization structure. Did we discuss? I think this chapter may we have not discussed MCQs, right, till now. Now we have same matrix chi extension, that is David and Lawrence organization structure. David and Lawrence organization structure. Here, according to Davis and Lawrence, there are three phases. According to Davis and Lawrence, there are three phases. In what, sir? Three phases in matrix structure. I'll write here what they are, important for MCQ. Sir, number one, setting cross-functional teams. Cross-functional task force. Number two, product or brand management. And number three, maturity matrix. Maturity matrix. So how many phases are there, sir? According to David and Lawrence in matrix organization structure, there are three. Number one, setting cross-functional task force, that is horizontal and vertical communication. Then we have product or brand management, clear, wherein what happens? Product or brand is created, and then we have maturity matrix. Maturity matrix matlab all employees, clear, all employees report to both horizontal manager also, vertical manager also. Same thing, whatever we have seen in this concept, these fellows have given in these three phases, nothing much. Now, then we have one more organization structure, that is network organization structure. Network organization structure. Network organization structure. Sir, network organization structure, clear, network organization structure is useful when environment is unstable. Useful when environment is unstable. Clear? It is useful when environment is unstable. Simple. What do we mean by unstable environment? Dynamic environment keeps changing. So when environment is unstable, what is going to happen? Sir, we need innovation and quick response. Innovation is also required, plus quick response is also required. I should keep changing. Clear? Innovation is also required, plus quick response to the environment is also required. Quick response to environment means changing as per the requirements of customers. So here what will I do? So in this case, rather than having here in this case, organization has contract employees, contract employees rather than permanent employees, rather than permanent employees. Simple. Since environment keeps changing, I should also keep changing as per the changes in customers' taste and preferences. Innovation is also required, quick response is also required, because of which I will never hire permanent employees. All employees will be contracted employees only, who will work for a specific period of time. Once I make changes in my business, again I will hire new types of employees with new skills what I require. And here, and so can I say provides flexibility. Since I have contracted employees, I can remove those employees. Clear? Let us say tomorrow when I change the method of working, or tomorrow if I change the way of, you can say, manufacturing the goods, or tomorrow if I change the business, what happens? I can remove these employees and hire new employees. I can keep changing my business as per the requirements of market. That is why it says provide flexibility. Clear? Then ability it also provides ability to cope up with technology. So whenever there are changes in the technology, I will also change in my business. Simple. And this organization structure is mostly followed by whom? Like let us say, for example, uh, Nike is there, Reebok is there. These companies are there, right? These use what, sir? Network structure. How, sir? They will subcontract manufacturing to other companies. Means some other companies will manufacture the goods on behalf of Nike, some other companies will manufacture the shoes on behalf of Reebok. They are just subcontracting. Why? They don't want to have permanent employees, they just want to have temporary employees in their organization structure. I hope this is clear. Anyone has any doubts in these concepts, small concepts? So nowadays, this is a latest trend which is happening in the market. See, it will be something like this. First, let me draw the diagram, then I'll explain. See, so this is the organization structure. This is called orga structure, where uh, this is middle level management, this is top level management, and this is lower level management. Now tell me, according to you, which is the widest? Widest means more number of employees are there. See this diagram and tell me which level of management is having more number of employees. Top, right? So lower level management में highest number of employees are there. High. Next, lowest number of employees are there in which management? Lowest number of employees are there in which level of management? Middle level management. And average means neither high nor very low are there in which level of management, sir? Top level management. So basically, in simple words, hourglass structure, if a company follows hourglass structure, highest number of employees will be there in lower level management, average number of employees will be there in top level management, and very less number of employees will be there in middle level management. Why? Because information technology, because in recent years because in recent years information technology is gaining gaining a lot of importance. Lot of importance. Because of which what happens? Because of this, the role played by middle level management is now being performed by whom? By middle level management is now being done, being performed by whom? By information technology. Simple. So majority of the work nowadays is done by whom, sir? Information technology. But whose majority of the work is now being done by information technology? Middle level management. So nowadays, since majority of the companies, not majority, most of the companies are using information technology, the role of middle level management is slowly reducing. Slowly reducing. Understood? No. Because of this, number of employees in middle level management are reducing. Now, how many layers are there, sir? There are three layers, right? There are three layers in hourglass structure. There are three layers in this structure. What are those layers? Top level, middle level, lower level. Sir, it is clear, it is widest. This is widest at which level of management? Lower level of management. It is narrow, clear, it is narrow and short at middle level management. It is widest, it is the widest at which level of management? Lower level management. Narrow and short where, sir? Middle level management. And it is wide at what, sir? At top level of management. Top level of management. Clear? So in simple words, what is happening here? And because of this, now your employees at middle level management are increasing or decreasing? Employees at middle level management are decreasing. So because of this, what is happening? Organizations are preferring whom, sir? Preferring generalist rather than specialist. Here, rather than specialist means nowadays, since majority of the tasks done by middle level management is now being performed by the software, companies are looking for those employees who can do multiple things. Like let us say you should have that much skills that you will be able to take care of uh, accounting also, sales also, purchase also, marketing also. Multiple skills you need to have. Then only company is ready to hire you. Why? See, Tile accounts can be done with the help of software. Purchase also can be done with the help of software. Sales also can be done with the help of software. Then why should we hire you? That is why today, in today's generation, you should be having one skill or multiple skills. Multiple skills. Then only you will have an opportunity of being selected in a company. And because of this, what happens? Reduce cost. Reduced cost. Why cost is reducing, sir? Number of employees in middle level management are reducing, and since the number of employees in middle level management are reducing, the salary what I am paying to them is also reducing. Because of this, what happens? Because of that, company is able to reduce the cost. Plus decision making decision making decision making becomes simple. Why, sir? Since number of employees in middle level management are reducing, lower level management is able to directly be in touch with top level management. Because of that, what happens? Decision making becomes quick and simple. But what happens, sir? But because of this, now see, now growth opportunities for employees. Growth opportunities for employees reduce. Why, sir? Why the growth opportunity is reducing? See, already I am removing the employees from middle level management and replacing the employees with technology. Then can a lower level management employee expect to get promoted to middle level management? No. That expectation should not be there only. Why? Sir, how can I expect that a lower level employee be promoted to middle level when you know that middle level only you are removing people? Why will you go to middle level management? That is why growth opportunities are very less. But what happens? Motivation, less motivation. Obviously, sir, when you know that you won't get any promotion, when you know that you have to be in the same level of management or that is lower level management, in case if you are in middle level management, there are chances that company will remove you and replace your business with task with systems or information technology. Then you'll have motivation to work or no motivation to work. Either you will have no motivation or very less motivation. Then how do I motivate people? Rewards, give them salary increments, give them some extra bonus, give them some commissions, do something to ensure that your employees are motivated enough. Clear? So point number one, in simple words, if I want to tell, it is an organization structure where slowly number of employees from middle level management are reducing and the task performed by middle level management is slowly being performed by home information technology. This is called hourglass structure. I hope you got the concept. Any doubts here? Anyone has any doubts here? No? Okay. So here, coming back, sir, simple organization structure done, functional done, divisional, multi-divisional, SBU, matrix, network, hourglass. All 8 types of structures we have already discussed. Now we have miscellaneous concepts. Sir, miscellaneous concepts, my first one we have is corporate culture. Clear? Corporate culture. Now, what exactly do we mean by corporate culture? In simple words, if I have to tell, it is nothing but the values and beliefs. I repeat, the company ka values and beliefs are nothing but corporate culture. I will write here. Corporate culture. Corporate culture means it is nothing but company's values, company's values, beliefs, company ka business principles, company ka traditions, or you can say company ka way of operating the business, their internal work environment. These are all examples of what? Examples of corporate culture. Simple. What company value? What are the values of a company? Beliefs of company, principles of a company, traditions of a company, how they work, their internal environment, external environment. All these are called what? All these are nothing but examples of corporate culture. So, in simple words, ethical or unethical. There are two types of cultures: ethical culture, unethical culture. You are following the rules and regulations of a business. You are following the rules and regulations and you are paying taxes on time. You are not doing any window dressing in your accounts. Ethical. Okay. So I can say corporate culture reflects, in simple words, corporate culture reflects ethics of top level management. Simple. Ethics of top level management. Ethics of top level management. This we already know. In case if top level management is ethical, automatically the other levels of management will learn from them and they will also try to be ethical. So if top level management itself is unethical, what is going to happen? All the other levels of management will learn from them and try to behave in a unethical manner. Example, sir, let us take an example of culture. Let us say culture of Walmart. Culture of Walmart. Sir, what is the culture of Walmart? Customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction. And how is it going to satisfy the customers, sir? High quality, clear, high quality, less price, clear, high quality, less price, better customer services, etc., etc. So the culture of Walmart is to do what, sir? The culture of Walmart is to provide what? Customer satisfaction. But how are they going to provide customer satisfaction, sir? By providing good quality goods at a lesser price and better customer services. Simple. This is what they are planning to do, right? This is what is the culture of Walmart. And every company ka culture will not be same. Every company ka culture will be different. Some companies may follow ethical culture, some companies may follow unethical culture. But question comes, is culture an ally or obstacle? Here I repeat, is culture an ally or customer? No. How do I know whether my culture is helping me in achieving what I want or it is becoming a problem in achieving what I want? If my culture is able to help me in achieving what I want, then it is a ally. In case if my culture is giving me problems because of which I am unable to achieve what I want, it becomes what? An obstacle. So we can say organization culture is a contributor, is either a contributor or obstacle to successful strategy, clear, to successful strategy implementation, or you can say execution. So if I want my strategy to be properly executed by the management, then my organization culture should contribute. But in case if organization culture is bad, it creates an obstacle problems for me, then I will not be able to execute my strategy as per my plan. Normally what happens, see, normally there are two situations. My beliefs, here my beliefs, my values, clear, my beliefs, my values, my business approaches, clear, my business approaches, my values, my beliefs may not be clear, may or may not be compatible, may not be compatible, may or may not be compatible with what? May or may not be compatible with culture. Sir, if it is compatible, then it will be an ally or obstacle. If compatible, it becomes what? It becomes a ally. If not compatible, then it becomes an obstacle. Simple. So if my values, beliefs and all are compatible with culture, then I will be able to achieve my objectives. It becomes an ally. In case if it is not compatible, if my business values, my beliefs, my approaches are not compatible with culture, they are not at all compatible, then it will become a obstacle. But remember one thing, a strong culture always motivates people. Strong culture always motivates people. Motivates people to do their best. To do their best. Simple. If my culture is good, it will motivate people. If my culture is not good, it will demotivate the people. Clear? It will demotivate. Clear? I repeat, if my culture is good, it will motivate people. If my culture is not good, it will demotivate the people. Nothing there, right? Nothing there to worry. But okay, I found out that my strategy and culture are a conflict. I found out that my strategy and my culture are into conflict. Clear? If my strategy and culture are in a conflict, means they are not compatible with each other, then it will be an ally or obstacle. If my strategy and my culture are not compatible with each other, then it creates an ally or an obstacle. It becomes an obstacle. I won't be able to achieve my business objectives. I won't be able to execute my strategy. Then what should I do? In these situations, what to do? In this case, clear? In this case, what should I do? I should change a problem culture. In this case, change problem culture. Problem culture. Whichever culture, whatever culture I'm following, if that culture is giving a problem, change that culture. Try to do something new. But how? But how? First, clear, first what I need to do, step number one, may diagnose the present culture. Diagnose present culture. Clear, diagnose present culture and find out what is compatible with strategy, compatible with strategy, and what is not. Simple. First, I will try to understand my culture and see which component of my culture is compatible with my strategy, which component of my culture is not compatible with the strategy. This is step number one. And then manager openly talks to employees in step number two. Obviously, sir, if employees don't change their way of working, I will not be able to achieve my objectives, right? Manager openly talks to employees about culture which has to change. About culture which has to change. Your culture which has to change. Like let us say I found out that employees are clear. I found out that employees go 1 hour I'm giving a break, and but employees are taking a 2.5 hour 3 hours break. Because of which what is happening? Work is not getting completed on time. Because of which the culture of employee, see, employee ko I'm giving 1 hour break, but employee is taking 3 to 3.5 hours break. That is the culture. Because of which I'm unable to implement my strategy. Because of which I'm unable to achieve my objectives. So that is why what happens, I found out, okay, this is the reason. The employee is taking 2 to 3 hours extra time for lunch than allotted number of hours is the reason for which your company is unable to book profits and manufacture more. I came to know, then immediately what will I do? I will talk to my employees, I'll tell them, I'm already giving you 1 hour break and you're taking 3.5 4 hours ka break. You're wasting 3 hours time. Okay, you go for 3 hours break, no problem. But after 6 o'clock when the office closes, sit in the office, work for 3 hours extra. Sir, neither you're listening, neither you're coming back on time in lunch time, nor you're waiting after the office hours to finish your work. Because of which what is happening? Because of your attitude, because of this your incorrect culture, wrong culture, company is suffering. Talk to employees, openly talk to employees. Every 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, talk to employees and talk to them about that they have to change this culture. Otherwise, it won't. They won't. You can say bear this culture in company. And then take what? Then take aggressive steps, take aggressive actions, here take aggressive actions to modify the culture, to modify the culture. Simple, sir. If they, even after you telling them also, they are not listening to you, then take strict action. Either reduce their salary daily, like daily they are taking 3 hours extra, right? Proportionate salary you deduct. After that also they are not listening to you, then remove the employees from the company. Simple. You have to take strict action. But question comes, how, sir? How do I do all those things? How do I make a change in my business? How? Sir, I can make a change in the business by revising policies and procedures. My rules and regulations I will make change, sir. Clear? I will make a change in my rules and regulations so that employees' work culture should change. Or I can do alter incentive, alter compensation. As I already told you, in case if employees after you telling also they are not coming on time, they are still taking a break, then what to do? Then better start reducing their salary. Once they feel a pinch of reduced salary, automatically they will start coming on time. Clear? And then in case, okay, in case if someone follows you, after telling you, if someone comes on time, goes on time, then praise, praise and recognize people. Praise and recognize people means tell them, okay, these are the employees who are coming on time, going on time, they are able to finish their work on time, and because of these people, company is able to finish their projects on time. And clear, you have to praise them in front of everyone so that everyone will learn from them. Then here, then what else I can do? Then I can also hire new managers, hire new employees, new employees with desired culture, desired culture. How will I hire this, sir? In simple words, replace employees who have who have old culture. Simple. Remove the even after taking so many steps also, if employees are not listening to you, clear, they are not ready to listen to you, then better what to do? Then better remove the employees from the company and hire those people who are ready to listen to you. Simple. What is there in that? This is called what? This is called as corporate culture. This is called as what, sir? Corporate culture. Now, so let us go back here in the material ones. This is chapter number 7. Chapter number 7 में we have completed question number 3. Clear? Question number 3 we have completed. Question number 2 we have completed. Question number 4 we have completed. Question number 5 we have completed. Question number 6 we have completed matrix. Clear? Then question number 7 we have completed, right? That is Davis and Lawrence. Question number 8 network structure we have done. Question number 9 we have to do. 10 SBO we have done. Features of SBO we have seen 11. Value chain analysis is there, which is pending. Then leadership role of manager, this is pending. Responsibilities of a leader. Corporate culture, 17 done, 18 done, 19 done. Clear? These questions are done. So now some concepts are still pending. That is, now let us see leadership role of managers. Now let us see leadership role of managers. Leadership roles of managers. Like what as a manager? Clear? Now, sir, there are different roles. I repeat, there are different roles and responsibilities of, there are different roles and responsibilities of manager. Example, sir, number 1. Clear? Number 1, visionary. Visionary means always think about long term, never of short term. Example number 2. Clear? Crisis solver. So, clear? Company is facing any crisis, company will turn towards whom, sir? Turn towards the leader only to ensure that that crisis what company is feeling should be solved. Then motivator. Clear? You should motivate the employees to give their best, it is your responsibility only, right? Then policy maker. Policy maker plus policy enforcer means I should not only I should not only prepare a policy, I should also force the employees to follow the policy what I'm preparing. Preparing the rules and regulations anyone will do, right? You should not only prepare the rules and regulations which comes under policy maker, you should also ensure that the employees of your business follow your rules and regulations, called what? Policy enforcer. Then we have negotiator. Negotiator means try to resolve the disputes between people. Clear? These are some examples. These are some examples of what, sir? Roles. Next, what else I can do? Other roles. Clear? Other roles other than what I have mentioned above. Other roles may, number 1, staying on top. Stay on top of what is happening. Stay on top of what is happening. Closely monitor progress. Clear? Closely monitor progress. Fret out issues. Fret out issues. Clear? And learn what obstacles. Clear? And learn what obstacles are in path. Clear? And learn what obstacles are in path of good strategy execution. So, what is the other role, sir? Staying on top of what is happening means whether it's a small issue or a big issue, everything happening in a company, it is whose responsibility to know? It is my responsibility as a leader to know everything about what is happening in a company. It may be a small issue also, it may be a big issue also. Closely monitor progress. Check the targets given to employees. Are they achieving those targets or not? Are they finishing their work on time or not? Plus, spread out the issues means solve the small issues. For everything, don't contact top level management. As a leader, you should be having that capability to you can say basically uh, sorting out the small issues. Plus, also try to ensure that what are the issues what a company is facing in execution your strategy. Try to remove the problems. Then what else I can do? Promote a culture. Promote. Clear? Promote culture. Promote a culture of high spirit. Means there should be good competition between the employees. They should not fight with each other to get promotion. There should be a friendly competition between employees. Because of this, what happens? Energize the members and energize or motivate members to execute strategy. Execute strategy. Simple. Next, what else I can do, sir? Keep the organization, keep the organization responsive, keep the organization responsive to changes. It is who's responsible to monitor the changes in the external environment. It is the responsibility of leader only. And whenever there are changes in the external environment, talk to top level management. Ensure that what all small changes are required. Make those changes. Simple. Like how, sir? Like let us say, for example, innovative ideas. Give innovative ideas, sir, to top level management. Plus, clear. Plus, give ideas to to be how to be ahead of competitors. Ahead of competitors. Tell to the management. Give new ideas to them. Ensure that company using your ideas is always ahead of the competition. That is your role as a leader, right? Next, exercise ethical leadership. Exercise ethical leadership. Clear? Unless, see, you yourself are doing unethical things, then how can you expect the employees to do ethical things? So ensure that whatever work you're doing, you do in an ethical manner. Simple. And conduct the operations and conduct the of business affairs of business as a model corporate citizen. Corporate citizen means ensure that whatever you do should be an ethical manner, and you should be, you can see, a role model for other companies in the industry. Next, take corrective action. Take corrective action. Take corrective action to improve business performance. To improve performance. If I feel clear, if I feel that whatever strategy I have prepared, whatever clear, if I feel that something wrong is going on in the company, something we are unable to do, achieve what we want to achieve, then better clear, take some decisions. Try to ensure that take some actions and improve the performance of the business. So these are the things what who should do. These are the things what a leader should do. Number one, act as what, sir? Act as a visionary. Clear? Act as a visionary. Try to be a crisis solver. Motivate people. Create rules and regulations. Enforce. Make sure that people follow them and negotiate. Act as a negotiator and try to resolve the disputes. Then stay on top of what is happening. Have a knowledge of everything. Closely monitor the progress, whether company is going in upward or downward direction, whether targets given to the company and employees are being achieved or not. All these things you will check. Leader will only check. Then what else a leader should do? Fret out issues like small issues. Try to take care of them. Ensure that these small issues do not impact the business. Then promote a culture of good spirit. Healthy competition should be there. Give new innovation ideas. Ensure that companies always be ahead and better than competitors. Be ethical and try to ensure that your company make sure that your company is a role model for other companies in the industry. Take corrective action if you feel something is wrong. Try to improve the performance. These are all nothing but roles of what, sir? Leader. These are all roles of leader. No. Just like roles, we will also now have to see the responsibilities of a leader. Now let us see responsibilities of a leader. Responsibilities of leader. Clear? Just now we have seen what's the roles of leader. Now let us see responsibilities of a leader. So responsibility number one. Clear? Manage human capital. Human capital means it is your responsibility to manage all the employees at all levels of management. Lower level management employees also you should manage them properly. Middle level management employees also you should manage. Top level management employees also you should manage. Every level of management ka employees you should manage properly. That is called managing human capital. Then manage companies operations. Manage companies operations. Clear? Manage company ka operations, like day to day operations of a company. Manage, don't worry. Next, sustain sustain high performance over time. Clear? Sustain high performance over time means ensure that your performance and company ka performance slowly over a period of time improves. Clear? Next, take take candid, or you can say courageous or pragmatic decisions. Clear? Take candid, courageous or pragmatic decisions. Means what? And you should be very courageous in taking a decision. On the spot decisions you take. Don't think twice before taking a decision. If the decision goes correct, it's fine, no issues. But in case if decision does not get correct results for you, then like take learn from that mistake and try to take another decision. Don't worry, be very courageous, take on the spot decisions, don't think twice. And then take feedback. You take feedback using here. Take feedback through face to face communication. Face to face communication. Here, take feedback through face to face communication. Ask employees what, like ask the employees, do they like me or not? Do they like my way of working or not? Am I pressurizing them or not? What is the area where I have to improve? Because even though I'm a leader of a company, but still I am what, sir? I'm a human being, right? Sometimes I also make mistakes. Learn from them. Talk to your employees. And then here, and then do not delegate. Do not delegate decision making responsibilities. Clear? Do not clear. Do not delegate decision making responsibilities. As a leader, it is your responsibility to take a decision. Do not delegate this responsibility to someone else. Try to take all the decisions yourself. So these are the roles and responsibilities of leaders. Now comes approaches to leadership styles, or you can say types of leadership styles. Types or approaches to leadership styles. Like different types of leadership styles are there. Let us see what they are. First one we have is transformational leadership style. Here, transformational leadership style. Now, sir, what do we mean by transformational leadership style? It is nothing but ability to clear ability to influence others. I'm having the ability to influence others. Influence others. I repeat, I'm having the ability to influence the others. Because of which, what is happening? Organization is having long-term growth and profitability. Means I'm not forcing you to work. You are getting inspired by the way in which I work. I repeat, you're getting other employees are getting influenced, are getting inspired by the way in which I work. Because of which, what is happening? They are also trying to imitate the way in which I work. Because of which, they are also improving their performance. Company ka performance is also improving over a period of time. So in transformational leadership style, I'm not forcing you to do. I'm just inspiring you to behave like me, and you're actually getting inspired or influenced by me. This is called what? This is called as transformational leadership style, where I don't force you to do something. You get inspired by me to do something. And second one we have is transactional leadership style. Transactional leadership style. Clear? Transactional leadership style. Transactional leadership style means it focuses on focus is on designing and controlling the organization activities. In designing the systems and controls. Simple. I'm not trying to inspire you. I'm trying to create some rules and regulations, some controls in my business. Simple. You have to follow that. Simple, nothing else. And here what happens? Here there is something called reward and punishment. Reward and punishment system. Sir, if you follow what I tell, if you do what I tell, then I will give you reward. Sir, you don't do what I tell you to do, then I will give you punishment. Simple. Reward and punishment. So can I say something like this here? We can also talk something like this. Give something to get something. Clear? I repeat, give something to get something. You give the performance, I will give you reward. You don't give performance, I will give you punishment. Clear? So transformational leadership style means I am influencing others to behave in the way I want them to behave. But in which case I am forcing them to do what I ask them to do by designing some systems and controls. Transactional leadership style. Clear? I hope the concept is clear here. Any doubts? Yeah. Next concept we have is entrepreneur and intrapreneur. No. So first let us discuss about entrepreneur and then we'll discuss about entrepreneur. No. Sir, what exactly is an entrepreneur? Sir, entrepreneur is a person who creates a business idea. Person who creates Business idea. Business idea. Simple. Business idea brings capital, or you can say infuses capital, technology. Clear? I will not only bring capital, I will also bring technology and also bring human talent, that is employees. Why, sir? Clear? To give shape to the idea. To give shape to the idea. So any person who is creating a new business idea, hiring people to convert that idea into practical world, bringing capital to manage the business, bringing the employees, bringing the technology. So any person who does all these things is an example of what? Entrepreneur. Let us say, for example, you might have heard about Shark Tank India, right? There we have Ashneer Grover. That fellow, that person is what, sir, is an example of entrepreneur who started an idea of what, sir, who started an idea of Bharat Pay. So Bharat Pay, or you can say a person who starts a startup is nothing but an example of entrepreneur. Clear? So if I want to say in simple words, we can say uh, entrepreneur initiates and innovates new ideas. Clear? Entrepreneur initiates and innovates a new idea. Since I am the owner of a business, since I am the entrepreneur, I will face risk and uncertainties. Faces risk and uncertainties. Obviously, sir, something clear. Risk can be analyzed, uncertainty cannot be predicted. Risk can be predicted, uncertainty cannot be predicted. So, who will face both risk and uncertainties? Business only. He starts or establishes a startup company. Establishes what, sir? A startup company. Next, adds value. Here, adds goodwill, or you can say value. Adds value to what? Product or service. Product or service. What else, sir? Takes decisions. Simple. Takes or decisions. Takes decisions to make the product or service profitable. To make product or service profitable. Sir, my aim is to ensure that, clear, my aim is to ensure that whatever decisions I take, my product and my, clear, my product also should be a profitable one, my service also should be a profitable one. Then I am responsible for, clear, I am responsible for profits and losses. Simple. If my business is earning profits, I am only responsible for that. If my business is running into losses, I am also responsible, I am only responsible for that. Then I will recognize and utilize, I will recognize and utilize what, sir? Opportunity. Clear? I will recognize and utilize what, sir? Opportunity. Then I will arrange resources. I will arrange resources like what, sir? Like men, material, machines. Clear? Men, material, machines, capital, etc., etc. Capital, all these things I will bring. So these are nothing but the sum. How to identify a person, whether a person is an entrepreneur or whether a person is not an entrepreneur? These are some factors what you can keep in mind in exam to decide whether a person is an entrepreneur or entrepreneur. Now let us see who is a entrepreneur. Here, now let us see who is a entrepreneur. Sir, who is an entrepreneur? Sir, entrepreneur, see, entrepreneur and entrepreneur, people think they both are same. I repeat, people think that entrepreneur and entrepreneur both are same. But sir, back, practically speaking, both are different. There is a thin line of difference between an entrepreneur and an entrepreneur. So in exam, if they ask you in MCQs, Entrepreneur and entrepreneur are same? Your answer should be no, both are different. So who is an entrepreneur, sir? Entrepreneur is nothing but an employee of a company. This fellow is nothing but an employee who promotes innovation. Who promotes innovation. Clear? Entrepreneur is an employee of an entrepreneur who promotes innovation. Who innovates? Entrepreneur. Who will promote that innovation created by entrepreneur? Entrepreneur. Within the limits, within the limits of the organization. Within the limits of the organization. Simple. Next. So, in simple words, if I say this entrepreneur is nothing but employee of a large organization. This person is nothing but employee of a large organization who is given authority, who is given authority. Okay, who is given authority? Authority of what, sir? Authority to initiate. To initiate creativity and innovation. Creativity and innovation. So creativity also is done by entrepreneur. Innovation is also done by entrepreneur. But entrepreneur will give a responsibility for promoting the creativity and innovation to whom? Entrepreneur. Simple. And this person, entrepreneur, believes in clear, believes in change and does not fear failure. And does not fear failure. Does not fear failure. This fellow believes in what's a change. Whenever there is a change, clear, this fellow keeps changing his way of working and is not afraid of failure. Why? If you fail once, again try next time in a better way. That is why we can say the job of entrepreneur is very challenging. Clear? That is why we can say the job of entrepreneur is very challenging. Simple. I hope you understood the difference between an entrepreneur and an entrepreneur. So now tell me, a person who is the owner of a business is called as entrepreneur. A person who is working for an entrepreneur is called as entrepreneur. A person who innovates or a person who brings some creativity in a business, entrepreneur. A person who promotes that innovation, a person who promotes that creativity, entrepreneur. A person who believes in change and does not fear failure, entrepreneur. Whose job is more challenging, entrepreneur. Clear? So these are nothing but the qualities of entrepreneur and entrepreneur. Then I hope a concept is clear, the difference between these two. Now we have one or two small concepts pending in this chapter. Let us finish that and then we'll go through the case studies in ICI material as we done with other chapters. That is, next concept we have is value chain analysis. Here, value chain analysis. Now, what exactly is value chain analysis? Value chain analysis are nothing but set of activities. Set of activities. Here, set of activities that are connected to each other. That are connected to each other. That are connected to each other. Like let us say, for example, purchase and sale are connected to each other. Marketing and sales are connected to each other. Multiple activities of a business which are connected to each other are called what? Value chain analysis. Now, are called value chain. Analyzing a value chain. If I analyze value chain, what will I get? I will come to know which activities add value to the organization, which activities add value to the organization, and which activities do not add value to organization. Do not add value to organization. So once what will I do? All the activities I will analyze, and all these activities after I analyze, I will come to know which activities are creating some value to a business, which activities are not creating value to business. I will focus more on those activities which are giving more value to business. I will focus on less on those activities which are giving less value to a business. Simple. Next. And basically, whenever we talk about activities of a business activities can be divided into two parts: primary activities and then we have secondary activities. Clear? I repeat, business activities can be divided into how many types, sir? Two types: primary and secondary. Sir, primary activities में what are included? Inbound logistics. Inbound logistics. Then what is included? Operations. Clear? Inbound logistics means ordering the raw materials. Clear? Inbound logistics means ordering the raw materials. Operations means converting the raw materials into finished goods. Then we have outbound logistics, taking the goods from factory and keeping it in a warehouse. Then what we have? Marketing. After marketing, what will happen? Sales will happen. And after sales, I will provide service to customers. These are the examples of primary activities of a business. What are the primary activities, sir? Inbound logistics, operations, outbound logistics, marketing, sales, and services. Inbound logistics means ordering the raw materials. Outbound operations means conversion of raw materials into finished goods. Then marketing means obviously advertisement. Sales means revenue, and then providing after sales service to customers. Then we have secondary activities. Secondary activities means procurement, buying the raw materials, then technology development. Without technology, it is nowadays very difficult to convert inputs to outputs. Then human resource management. Then infrastructure. These are all examples of activities which come under secondary activities. Clear? So primary activities are there, secondary activities are there. Inbound logistics, operations, outbound logistics, marketing, sales, and services. They all come under primary activities. And then procurement, technology development, human resource management and development, infrastructure, they all come under what, sir? They all come under secondary activities. Now, sir, primary activities or secondary activities, both are linked to each other. I repeat, primary activities and secondary activities both are connected to each other. But how are they connected to each other? That we need to understand now. Primary activities and secondary activities are connected to each other. But how, sir? That we can understand using what, sir? That we can understand using management of linkages. Clear? That we can understand using what, sir? Management of linkages. Sir, management of linkages में 2-3 points you have to be very careful. Number one, there can be important linkages between primary activities. Primary activities means two primary activities may be connected to each other. I repeat, two primary activities may be linked to each other. Let us say, for example, if I here in case if there is a delay in conversion of raw materials to finished goods. I repeat, if there is a delay in conversion of raw materials to finished goods, obviously sales will get delayed. Simple. If marketing is not done properly, sales will not happen. If I don't buy here, in case if there is a delay in receiving the goods from, if there is a delay in receiving the raw materials from my suppliers, then conversion of raw material to finished goods will also get delayed. Sales will get delayed, which will again increase what? The cost of, it will again increase the cost of production. So these are nothing but examples of what? Primary activities being linked to each other. One activity may any problem happens, all the other activities will also get impacted. Next, number two, there may be here, there may be important linkages between secondary activities. Here there may be important linkages between secondary activities. Example, sir. Example, let us say for example, infrastructure and human resources. If infrastructure of a business is not good, automatically human resources, or you can say employees, will not be efficient enough in working, because of which what happens? When their efficiency decreases, errors also increases. Simple. That is nothing but an example of two secondary activities being linked to each other. Then there may be important linkages. There may be important linkages between primary and secondary activities. Here there may be important linkages between primary and secondary activities. See, first we discussed that two or more primary activities may be connected to each other. First point may be discussed that two or more primary activities may be connected to each other. Then we discussed that two or more secondary activities may be connected to each other. But now we are telling that primary activities can be connected to secondary activities, or secondary activities can also be connected to primary activities. Let us say if I am not having a good technology, I will not be able to convert raw materials into finished goods in a proper way. Because of it, sales will get impacted. If my human resources are not efficient, marketing will not happen properly. So that is why primary activities are also connected to each other. Secondary activities are also connected to each other. Primary and secondary activities are also connected to each other. This is called what? This is called as management of linkages. I hope you understood the concept of value chain analysis. I am finding out those activities here. I am finding out those activities which are giving more value to business, and I am trying to find out those activities which are giving less value to business. Over a period of time, I will give more importance to those activities which are contributing more to business, and over a period of time, slowly, I will focus less on those activities where I am getting less impact on my business. Clear? So I hope it is clear. So with this, we complete this chapter. Any doubts, anyone?